This is totally new to me, and it should be new to you too. It is very much real, and it looks incredible. Nature has its own unique way of showing its magic. Every time we think we've seen it all, we witness something extraordinary that leaves us speechless. This phenomenon is extremely rare, and only recently this incredible footage was published on Twitter by the user that goes with the name Science Girl. Photographer Lev Fedoseyev managed to capture this epic moment from above, leaving everyone with one main question in their head. Why?
Whenever animals act strange, it captures people's attention. Although we might not give them credit, the animals we share our planet with are more in tune with everything that's happening than most humans. In fact, according to the United States Geological Survey, recent studies have suggested that there's proof that animals can detect strange events before they happen. The United States Geological Survey said the following: evidence abounds of animals, fish, birds, reptiles and insects exhibiting strange behavior anywhere from weeks to seconds before an earthquake. However, consistent and reliable behavior prior to seismic events, and a mechanism explaining how it could work still eludes us. End quote. We know this happens, and this certainly isn't anything new. Some of the earliest recordings date back thousands of years ago and show animals heading to higher ground hours before an earthquake hits. A recent story to hit the news is that hundreds of sheep have been observed walking in circles for over 12 days. Not long after the first report was made, others came forward and said that sheep were observed doing the same thing, with reports coming in from the UK and Mongolia, with local farmers confused as to why the sheep were doing this for long periods of time, with one farmer saying that it happens every so often.
Why are these reindeer running in circles? I've heard of the reindeer. I've heard of cyclones, but a reindeer cyclone? This is totally new to me, and it should be new to you too. It is very much real, and it looks incredible. Nature has its own unique way of showing its magic. Every time we think we've seen it all, we witness something extraordinary that leaves us speechless. This phenomenon is extremely rare, and only recently this incredible footage was published on Twitter by the user that goes with the name Science Girl. Photographer Lev Fedoseyev managed to capture this epic moment from above, leaving everyone with one main question in their head. Why? If you have watched Frozen 2, you should remember the scene when the reindeer gather together and run in circles, anti-clockwise. They are seen very happy doing so, but no, they don't run in circles because they made it to Hollywood or because peace was restored in a magical world. Things get more wild in the real world. The cyclone is a defense mechanism they developed to protect their young and female members of the herd. The phenomenon was first described by the Vikings, whose life was very much connected to hunting reindeer. Every part of the animal was used, from clothing purposes to food. They would get annoyed by these reindeer cyclones. A threatened herd would literally run in anti-clockwise circles around the hunters, making it almost impossible to target a single animal. Any predator, human, bear, or wolf, when faced with the wrath of the spinning reindeer, would have a very hard time targeting one single animal, making it an excellent form of defense. The circle in itself is organized in the most clever way. In the middle of it safely rest the young and the most vulnerable members of the herd. Meanwhile, on the outside part of it, where the running is faster and the risk of getting attacked is higher, are the more energetic and strong members of the herd. It is very important to note that everyone in the circle is protected, because the predator won't even try to get close to the cyclone, as they risk getting killed in the process. The reindeer cyclone seems to be similar evolutionary behavior to what is seen with the fish, except that the small fish gather together as a last attempt to defend themselves, forming what is called a bait ball. During a bait ball formation, each fish tries to get away from the surface of the ball and enter the interior of the sphere. That way, the predators will have to pick off all the other fish on the surface of the ball to get to them. Meanwhile, the reindeer pull into a tight little spiral, keeping the fawns at the center. And the view from above? Well, it's pretty surreal. What do you think of this phenomenon? Do you know any other animal that uses the same mechanism of defense? Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.
If you love this kind of content, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We produce amazing videos with interesting topics in the future that are sure to interest you. You can subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Mystery code.